is too good for you to miss. We got to talk about hypnotherapy and how, as I said earlier, I only wish that your competition still believes and thinks that hypnotherapy is helping people bark like a dog. Let's hope that your competition still hopes that, because it will actually give you a massive advantage. Because what a lot of people are often trying to fix with willpower and forcing themselves actually works completely against their biology, and that's why they lose. And like I said, hopefully your competition still buys into that mindset. And I also want to go over the 5 things I want everybody to know, well, you especially, about hypnotherapy, so that you can see how so many of these problems that we often have in life can be easily solved. Okay, let's get into it. And just from my experience as a hypnotherapist, one of the most frequent complaints I hear every single day is this: Susan, I have already done everything. I've tried everything. I've been to therapy. I've read the books. I have acted like a monk. I have done the visualizations, the affirmations, the journaling. I've learned all the coping skills, the breathing. I've heard it all before. And nothing has worked. No. The truth about this is that, first of all, I can appreciate how invested you are. I can appreciate your hard work. I can appreciate that you want this to work so badly. Thank you for that. I couldn't ask for more. But unfortunately, you have been given a process that is incomplete, that doesn't work and can't work. And I will explain to you why and how hypnotherapy is the difference that makes the difference. And on the other side, what I will then hear is, Susan, I should have done this much sooner. Why didn't somebody tell me about this? This worked so wonderfully. Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. So let's get into it. Number one, we call this the misconception mask. There is a big difference between stage hypnotism, which is for show, and hypnotherapy, which is for performance. So when somebody comes to me and they want to be free of chronic anxiety, they are sick and tired of the symptoms of depression. They want to perform better. They want to have a stronger self-esteem. They want to have more self-confidence. They want to be free of the fears and the phobias and the anxieties and the procrastination and the self-sabotage. Then you have found the address, okay? But this is not stage hypnotism, because that's a radically different field. I mean, they may look and sound similar, and maybe you might even, but again, here we use this phenomenal, powerful tool for change, for transformation, for helping somebody literally become the best version of themselves. Okay, big difference. Number two, the 5% fallacy. 5% of your mind is the conscious mind, 95% of your mind is your subconscious. And unfortunately, way too many people try to fix their problem through the power of the conscious, which is the part of you that does the thinking, decision making, a little bit of willpower in there, and analytical thinking. Very important and very good and very meaningful, except when it comes to making changes, we need to get the subconscious on board. Otherwise, this is not going to work. Otherwise, it just remains wishful thinking, hoping, and praying. Your subconscious literally runs your habits, runs your fears, it runs your behavior, your limiting as well as the empowering beliefs. So any beliefs you have, anything that's on autopilot in your life, is run by the subconscious. And this is why just thinking about or understanding the problem isn't enough. We've got to get to the level of the subconscious. That's your source code, you see, and the change has to happen there. And then the change will actually stick. Number three, we call this the wrong conclusion. Here's the thing. So many people think that their bad habits, whatever they are flaws, or that it means that they're weak, or that they're somehow broken, or that there's something wrong with them. No, not at all. There's nothing wrong with you. The truth about that is that there is a survival program, an outdated survival program, that is still running the show. And hypnotherapy literally helps us go into that program and change and rewire, because really my role is to help you rewire your brain and your body from anxiety and stress into better resilience and confidence. You see, and that can only happen at the subconscious. That will be like saying you're trying to, run a Windows 95 for a 2026 brain. You see, we gotta give you that update, that upgrade. Make sense? Number 4, the talk therapy trap. I have nothing against therapy. If it works for you, work it. If you're getting phenomenal results, that's great. I'm happy for you. But my clients complain to me. They have been to decades of therapy. They have worked with, and nothing has changed or very little. Yes, I can understand it, because talk therapy is usually about exploring, right? And understanding. And a lot of times it's even about diagnosing and labeling, where hypnotherapy is about deleting and updating. And again, there's a radical difference, where talk therapy could take years for you to even see a difference. Hypnotherapy sessions, how does that sound? Pretty promising, right? And I'm not here to overpromise. This is the proof in the pudding. These are the results that I see every day. I see with my clients every day. My clients are like happy go lucky, because they're like, oh my God, finally something worked. Yeah, because that's how this works. Yeah. Number 5, imagine if you could go from fake it till you make it to automatic superhero. What does that mean? That means, because a lot of people think, well, that's just how I'm wired. This is just my brain chemistry. That's part of my genetics, or that's just how I am, and there's nothing I can do. Again, not true. Because when somebody gives you a process, a system that will not only work, like I said, with your conscious, but also with your subconscious, and we can get those two in alignment with each other, then this is going to work for you. So, where I explain, logic isn't enough. We've got to get the biologic involved. This is about upgrading the brain and the body. Because, as an example, anxiety and fear and panic attacks, they don't live in the brain alone. They also live in the body, because you're feeling those emotions in your physical body, in your neurology. Your nervous system is the one that drives it. Hypnotherapy helps you work with that part of you, so that automatically, next time you get on that flight, next time you need to do a presentation, next time you need to get into a negotiation, you can show up like a rock star and you can dominate. And hypnotherapy is the edge that you have been looking for to help you make that change. And that is something I wish everybody would know, because unfortunately I've seen it. And even when I first got into this, I myself was skeptical. I didn't understand, right, so much of how people can take advantage of this, because there's a lot of, let's just say, interesting stories out there. And that's why I share these videos, because I want everybody to know that if you want to change, and if you are stuck with this habit, addiction, flaw, fear, whatever it might be, phobia, this is not a life sentence. And yes, this can even work for things like insomnia, sleep disturbances, pain management. But my favorite, again, I love to work with people who want to improve their performance, their confidence. They want to get rid of the anxiety. They want to focus powerfully. They want to be able to concentrate, be this incredible producer, performer. That's, again, especially then, this is fantastic. So let me know what questions you have about this subject, because my intention is to share a lot more videos about this, because again, my belief is that everybody is entitled to this information. Everybody should know about it. But remember, information isn't enough. And that's why often these talk therapy or just reading a book is not enough. Implementation is where it's at. And once you implement this phenomenal system, and by the way, I'm also not taking responsibility for hypnotherapy at large. I'm taking responsibility for Susan Urban Hypnotherapy, because I have my own process that I've developed. And again, I want everybody to know about this. So number one, if you could help me out, if you could share this video, it would mean everything to me, because then we get to help more people, which is, again, I want to spread the word. Number two, if you have any questions, please share them in the comment, because I always am curious to find out, hey, what's your opinion? What are your thoughts? How are you thinking about this? What are your questions, right? And number three, yes, I do offer a free consultation. If you want to jump on a call with me, I will leave a link below and we can have a conversation. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon.